Sharon. Welcome back to Paper Snippets. So today we're going to continue working on our Halloween junk journal, and I'm going to make some library pockets. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a mass make, and then we'll decide which one we want to use in the front. But I pulled out some Halloween prints or some blacks and oranges just to see how they would look when all finished. I've made a template. They are going to look like these guys. I took one of these apart, measured it out, traced it, cut it out into a cardstock. I used a piece of cardstock that I don't like the pattern of, just to keep this in my files for the next time I need to make them. So let's get started. All right, the way these work are like this. I've made this pattern. When we're all done, it is going to look like this. So that, as you can see, just like that one. We've got the flaps that wrap around on the back. The inside, this has a little bit of a tuck-in to make the in and out part a little sturdier. So when we do this on our paper, I've labeled this to be the top because I want this to match up with the pattern so that when I do fold it, that pattern is upright. If it doesn't have a specific pattern like the dots or the plaids, it's not going to matter. But on this one specifically, it does have an orientation. This one actually could work either way, but I think I like it better this way. All right, so we're just going to trace it. Keep this the top to the top. Grab my pencil here. And this one is pretty much already the correct size depth-wise. And these don't have to be exact. They're pretty forgiving. And you can adjust. I might do that later with some shorter papers. So I'm going to make this one. I'm going to use my paper cutter to cut it out. I'll do this one as well, since these matter pattern-wise. And again, since I want this to be the way it folds, I'm going to do the top. And this is already the correct width, pretty much. So this one's going to be an easy one to quick. And you know, if you're going to hand cut it out, you're going to trace all around it. I'm going to actually use a paper cutter and some corner rounders to do it. I'll start here. And again, we don't have to be exact. We just want to make sure our folds are in the right spot. But this part is actually pretty forgiving. I'm just matching that up. All right. I've got that. Now I am going to hand cut this part. And I find sometimes I have to readjust the miters when I put in the folds. But that's an easy fix. All right, so that's that one. Let me just cut this one out. So now we've got our basic shapes, and this is where we can get a little more precise or fiddly if we need to. So what I need, let me pull out my sample. We're going to make a score line here, 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 and here to make this box. Now I didn't, like I said, I didn't measure these. We're just going to go in. So I need a score right in about here so it doesn't quite match up there. I need to trim that one a little straighter, but I can do that in a second. We're going to follow this line right here. Actually, I'll do this for here so we can see a little bit better, because it's blacked in. So I want my crease right here. Fold line right here. This one's a little deeper. Actually, let me do this way first. And, all right, like see right there, we're off, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work. See that as part of the miter. These are actually pretty simple and forgiving. I'll match up this line here, that one, and that should finish our square. All right, so just do a quick fold before I glue, and then I'm going to move on to the other ones as well. Fold these down. Now I'll score these probably a little heavier. So there we have it, and then I'll round those corners, and I might go back and just even this one out. It looks a little uneven, but that's all right. We'll make it work. Do the same thing to this one. We're gonna go here. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. Add this in, put this in, fold you in. Now if you're using thick cardstock, you can omit this fold if it feels too heavy or too bulky. The cardstock will hold it. I do like a little bit of an edge to it. All right, so I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna cut some more and then we'll glue them all together. Be right back. Okay, I'm back and I put some together here for us. And then I realized I never gave you guys any measurements. So I measured this one real quick and I came up with, this was the copy of this one, the direct copy. So it was 9 7/8 all the way down. This flap here is 4.5. This flap here is 1 3/4. And then these are about 1/2 inch on either side. So to make things easier, I took these cardstock ones, and if you use a 10-inch base and then you score at 1/2 inch on either side, then you're going to make this one still is going to be 4.5, and make this one 1.5, or actually, I'm sorry, 1 3/4. You get this without having to worry about tracing this pattern. And then all we're going to do is we are going to, I'll leave this one here so you can look while I do it. We're going to cut out these with the scissors, or you could use a paper cutter. And you want to cut on the inside of the score mark so that you have room to make your fold. And then we're going to angle this down at the corner. I'm going to miter those. Same thing here, we're going to miter this one. And then we're going to come up and we're going to cut on the inside flap. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but you could use the paper cutter, because we're going to cover this. And then we're cutting on the inside here. I am not a straight cutter, which is why I usually use the paper cutter. That off. Same thing, we're going to miter in here. And then cut up in here. Okay, so I'll just cut this one and make that one a little straighter, because that's the one that matters. And then same assembly, we're going to fold in, take this, fold it in, take this, fold that in. And again, so if I didn't cut straight here, it is covered by the score mark. We're good. I'm going to corner around all of these guys now, and then we'll start to seal them up. So I didn't use anything that was really double-sided paper. So we have this white band on top of all of them, and I'm going to try to cut that, cut paper to fit that, to give it more of a finished look up top. I don't like the stark white. I can ink them as well. I'm going to see, I brought my washi tape out, see if I have some darker colors that are a little more, that are wider. Now see, this came out when I did the 10 inches. It's a little higher, but I don't mind that. It's just going to be a little more to cover. And you don't have to use a corner rounder. You can leave them straight, but I do like the round corners. This was just printed copy paper. And you can see with this one, I don't have to print to the edge. I didn't have to cut that off because we're not going to see it anyway. That goes in the back. All right, take some of these little scraps off. I think I corner rounded them all. If not, we'll come back. So this one I am not going to, I like the brown there. I will actually go get my, let me go get my Distress ink and ink that up. Be right back. We'll ink this top. Ink this flap where you'll see it. Now this paper I love. This actually came from Temu. So I ordered a bunch of different Halloween. They're wrapping papers, but they are just like folded up sheets. It's got a decent weight to it. Actually, I'm gonna glue this one down too. And I love the patterns. So we're gonna glue that one down first. Oops. Got my bone folder here. Oh, I'm dropping everything. Smooth that down. Put this guy in place. And put this guy in place. Give that a good crease. Okay, so there's our pocket here. Now I can finish inking the edges. . so there's our first one. Let's glue the rest here. So this one I want to give some top to. Let me close this up. I'm not going to ink the black, I don't think. So let's find a washi tape to see if that would work. This is black with gold stripes in it, like a random gold striping. Okay, here we go. Let's open this up. Let's line this up. Let's see if that covers. Just about makes it. I'll lower this side a little bit. A little high on this side. Here again. Redo that. Okay. Got a little white there. Let's just hide it a bit. Now I could use black ink later on. I'm going to leave it for now. And we're going to glue this one. A good crease. Okay, let's see. Not bad. Not bad. The blacks aren't quite the same, but the pocket is going to have the library card in it anyway. So I'm not going to see too much of it. So this would just tuck in like that. So I've got some library cards that I'll use later. A couple of different colors here. I don't have cream ones, but I have these fun colors, so I might use the purple and the green. I'm also going to try to bleach spot these maybe, or decorate them up in a little different way. So let me go ahead and finish these, and then we'll start working on the fronts. I'll be right back as soon as I'm done gluing. Okay, so I've got a bunch glued here, and I was just going to show you that on this one, I decided to use some cardstock, some paper with this one instead of washi tape. This was one of our taller ones. So I just glued that down to the inside. I'm just following my cut lines here. We've already cut. Just trim that out. Use the corner rounder once again. Oops, sorry about that. And then same as we did before, we're going to glue down the flap. Press that down real well. Hold up. Also give that a nice crease. Our side flaps. Cardstock's a little tougher here. Give a little extra crease here. Then the side. All right, so then that one looks like that. I'm gonna actually also distress this one. I forgot to do the flap, but we'll just open it up and do the flap. Okay. So this one I used washi tape. I'll also get this one over inking. Ink right on top of that washi. Okay, the black one I used a gold washi tape there. This I used black paper because this was one of the deeper ones. I'm not going to ink that one. And this one I used the craft paper. I'll give that one some distress. All right, so those are pretty much done. Let's take a look at what we've got. Let me clean up here a little bit. Put those in my scrap trash. Okay. So they're pretty cute. So I have those two, which are definitely going to be a Halloween vibe. And we can take things, I've got some die cuts here that I was going to use on the books. I'm just going to take a look and see. Oh, that he's a little big. But I've got Happy Halloween. I've got this bat. He blends in too much, but he would work there. I've got some pumpkins. It looks good here. And then we have all kinds of other ephemera to use. I have some stickers here. This is I like this one here. Okay, I'm going to, because I'm not sure exactly where I want to put it. I'm just going to give him a little, so I can move him around. And probably use some labels as well. Let's see. These guys I can cut out and put on. I could use a circle punch for those. Got these skulls and bats. I could use either side, the glitter side. I think there's a spider in here as well. And I have pumpkins like these that are glittery on one side. I'm not a big glitter fan now, it's getting all over. I'm gonna put those back. I like them, and then I don't like them. We've got a skull that we could cut out. Oh, I like him too. Looks good here. All right. That's what I seem to have right in front of me. All right, so let's put this guy down. Get rid of some of this glitter. I'll be wearing that all day. messy, cut this skull out. Give him a quick trim. We'll give him a quick ink as well. Like that. I don't know if they're friends. Put him on the corner. Oops, maybe I left my glue alone too long. Probably. Gosh, I think I need to refill my bottle. We're getting down to the end here. Just squeeze a little hard. Still see that glitter everywhere. Okay, let's pop you on there. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. This one I think I might leave as is. I think it's got enough decoration on it. This one I don't have to necessarily use for Halloween, so I'm going to leave him to the side. And he'll just go in my ephemera pile. Got a little bit of, there's my pin. Poke out some of that die cut. Okay. Not too bad. It looks a little busy, but up close it's good. Put him there. We can also offset. Maybe I'll cut it out again. I have to double layer it in black. Maybe I'll do it in gold. I do like the doubled, but I'm not going to use black. It blends too much to the background, so I'm going to have to recut that in a different color. I'll do that at a later time. All right, and I'm going to leave this one as well, because I think we're getting long in the video here. So let me just get a layout here of everyone again. All right, so that's what we've got. I'll pull out some labels, and maybe in the next video I'll put some labels on these as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. All right, just gonna pop back on and show you the final results. I added some embellishments to these guys. This is actual postage stamp. On this one, I layered the Happy Halloween. This one, which is a nice Halloween print already, I just got a little label. It said poison. This one uses my faux stamps that I have in my Etsy shop. Just a little add-on there. Some die cuts here for that one. This one has a little skull. Some embellishments here. This I got from Central Ave, that sticker. I have this one with a skull. These are more more labels. These I believe came from Temu, and the skull I think I just printed off online. This one has a little cat sticker, a label that I created with a stamp, and then some words that I just printed out on my computer, some Halloween words. I keep them, a sheet of them, and I just cut out whatever I need. So there you go. A final little look here. Let me know if you guys make these as well, and link me in the pictures. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.